Well, good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. Yes, this is a test. I am trying something this Sunday morning so that I can get all the kinks out of it when I'm ready to launch this new thing that I'm doing. What is happening is, hopefully, if all is going well, I am live streaming right now to YouTube, Periscope, and this personal Facebook page of mine all at the same time. Um, I am doing this for two reasons: to expand the reach of the gathering, a womanist church, where I serve alongside Reverend Camila Hall Sharp and Reverend Winter Laws and a host of ministry partners. But I did not want to wait until our worship experience on Saturday to try this out. So I'm testing this morning. The live stream should be going to our YouTube channel, which is The Gathering, and it should also go to my personal Periscope. Do you call Periscope a page? My Periscope platform, which is Dr. Irie Session. So I just want to see if it's working. Let me see. So I'll tell you a little bit about the gathering for those of you who don't know. I'm also going to periodically try to stream from different platforms all at the same time. I think you call that a simulcast, right? To my Dream Big Facebook groups as well. So this is serving as multiple ways to live stream. Hello, Winter. How are you? Yes, Winter. I am trying some things out this morning because I want to get all the kinks out of it to see how we can live stream. Hey, Karen. How you doing from New York City? I'm doing a test here. I'm trying some things out. Working on simulcasting to more than one platform at the same time, and I'm seeing how it's working. So I'm live streaming to the Gathering YouTube channel and my Periscope platform. Hopefully that's what's happening. I'll know when I go back to check. Hey, Glency, how you doing this morning, sister? Just trying some things out this morning. I'm using Switcher Studio, which is what we always use at the gathering, and I was confused. I'm like, we haven't worship? No, girl, you better get yourself, Reverend Verzola, you better get yourself back in your mindset of worshiping. I know you got to preach in a minute, but I'm just doing a test, Reverend Law, because hopefully this is what's happening. I'm simulcasting on 3 different social media platforms right now, using Switcher Studio and the Restream app, which Restream is actually free, and it lets you simulcast to, I think, 2 or 3 different, for free, platforms at the same time. I did add one more, which is costing me $15 a month, so that I can go directly into our Facebook group. So I'm testing it. Just, girl, you just sit in your, you know what? But thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm testing it out. And listen, that's what you always want to do when you're trying a new platform, when you're trying something new. You don't want to wait until the day that you're going to stream to try these things out, right? You want to give yourself time to work out the kinks. You want to give yourself time to troubleshoot so you're not under so much pressure. And what happened last night with us on our live stream, Switcher Studio upgraded to 5.0. And when they upgraded, there was, and I watched the upgrade video, but there were still some things that I missed that I didn't get. And so yeah. So when your app upgrades, and that's why you have to pay attention to the upgrades. You just can't ignore it, right? You just can't upgrade the app and not watch the videos or any kind of tutorial that lets you know what the upgrades did to your production tool or to your platform, right? So you have to give yourself time to work things out and to troubleshoot. And so that's why I decided to come on this Sunday morning at this time, because there's some worship services that I want to watch. So I have wanted to get this done. Yeah, so that's what's happening. So let me tell you, for those of you who don't know, the gathering. Hey, Lisa, Holly, I'm just doing a little troubleshooting here. So the gathering is a womanist church here in Dallas, Texas, and I'm one of two co-pastors. I co-pastor along with Reverend Camila Hall Sharp, and we have been co-pastors for this October will actually be 3 years. And when we started out, there were 3 co-pastors. Can you believe that? Yep, we did it for, what, a year? We had 3 co-pastors, Reverend, oh my God, come on now. I'm getting old. Oh my God, how did her name just slip? Just slip my mind. That's just because my behind is old. I see her face. Wait a minute. Come on. This is so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it was 3 of us, and now it's 2 co-pastors, and we have Reverend Winter Laws is our minister of congregational care. And it's just amazing, and we are doing good work. And Yvette, my God, Reverend Yvette Blair Lavallee. Yvette, if you're watching this, please forgive me, but my mind goes blank. Reverend Yvette Blair Lavallee was the 3rd co-pastor. She is doing some other things right now, but that's how we started, right? And we are a womanist church. We are intentionally womanist, and we have 3 social justice priorities. We support, advocate for, are activists for racial equity, LGBTQAI plus equality, and dismantling what we call PMS, patriarchy, misogyny, and sexism. And we believe all 3 of those social justice priorities, we know they're political. There's no question about that. And we also believe that they are biblical. And so that is that's our social justice priorities and what we frame our ministry around. And we also do various acts of charity, right, for issues that fall into those categories. I also want to say, though, that our charity accompanies social justice activism, right? So when we're talking about LGBTQIA equality, right, that means that we are concerned when transgender women are murdered, right? We're concerned about that. And so we stand up with, we advocate for, we are concerned about the poverty rates of LGBTQIA persons, particularly Black trans women and LGBTQ teens. We know that homelessness rate of LGBTQAI teens is through the roof. And so when we have opportunities, we are on the front lines of these issues. We're trying to get laws changed. We're trying to get the minimum wage increased, because we know that what the minimum wage is now, no one can live on that. So we're fighting for livable wages. We're doing all those things. So our charity is partnered with activism, right? And so with trying to change the structure and the systemic oppression that creates the need for charities, right? And so that's what we do. And so our sermons are always going to be addressing issues that are relevant for our time and for our season and for our city that we live in. We are in Dallas. And so we keep an eye on the news, and we keep an eye on scripture, and we marry the two, right? And that comes forth in our preaching. And of course, because we are womanist preachers, we have a very specific lens through which we understand and read scripture, as does everybody, right? You may not think or say that you read scripture through a patriarchal, capitalistic lens, but many of you do, because it is the way that most of us have been socialized and theologized. And so what we as womanists do, we just name it. We name the ways in which we read and interpret and apply scripture. Yeah. And so let me see. So one of the other very important aspects of our ministry is what we call talk back to the text. And that is a very womanist practice, right? So after each sermon, you will have, if you're watching, if you are in the service, which we haven't been in service since February, the early part of March. But after each service, there's an opportunity to talk back to the preacher, to ask questions of the text that you heard, to ask questions of the sermon, to get clarity. If there was something that you heard that you didn't understand, you get to ask the preacher questions. You get to share your thoughts, because your thoughts and your understanding of the text matters. And so we engage in this wonderful dialogue, and it's beautiful. And so that's one of the highlights of the ministry of the gathering. And so I think I have been on here long enough. I am going to go to our Facebook page, and I'm going to go to the Periscope platform to make sure and to see if the simulcast worked. All right. Listen, Lisa Holly, Verzola, Glency, thank all of you for being here this morning as I tested this out before we jump in here and try to make it happen on a Saturday night for worship. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot. The gathering, we have our worship each Saturday evening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have a 1-hour worship. That's right, 1-hour worship, where we have praise, where we sing, where we have a litany, where we take communion every single Saturday, and where you experience the preached word. We have announcements. We do all of that, y'all, in an hour. It's possible, and we do that. All right. So listen, thank you so much for being a part of this test this morning. I will post and let you know if the simulcast worked. All right. Thanks again. Love you all.